What's up, my PT peeps? One Eye Bri back to talk about The Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 12, titled Say Yes, Discussion and Spoilers. Spoiler warning, obviously, if you don't want to know some of the information that's going around, that's highly likely to occur on the episode. Stop watching now, as I don't want to ruin it for you, but here we go. Episode 712, I can't believe it's 712 already. Say Yes, the group scavenges for supplies. Back in Alexandria, someone must make a morally challenging decision. So there we go. So what do you think of that? Let us know in the comments below what you make of the synopsis. But basically, it's Rick and Michonne, a heavy episode about Rick and Michonne. They're out scavenging. They take the bird van out. Michonne's driving, and they're just having a conversation. So that you'll probably see them mid scavenging. They'll already be out doing that. Rick's like, let's stay out a little bit more. Michonne's like, all right, whatever you say, baby. So Team Rick, Team Michonne, Team Michonne, we get to see them two badasses going at it. I don't think there's a more badass couple on the show, than Rick and Michonne. I don't know how it's going to get better than that. But they go out. They got to get guns for the scavengers, garbage pail kids. They got to do that shit. So they got to be around, getting some stuff out, and they find some good stuff for them. But will it be enough? We'll talk about that. So they go out scavenging. They get into buildings. You see them going through stuff. They probably find some packs or some bags and some stuff. They hit up a couple different areas too. Rick and Michonne, probably besides Rick and Daryl, Rick and Michonne will probably be some of the best scavengers there is. Maybe Jesus too. But they come across an area here, and you can't really see what it is with the tarp over it, but it's a school. And it's a big part of this episode is the school carnival fair thing that was going on. And it looks to be something happened in the past. You don't know how long ago, months ago, maybe a year ago, whatever. But there are a lot of walkers that were military based. Well, former soldiers that are walkers now. And they got a lot of guns. They got a lot of supplies. They got a lot of, meals ready to eat and all that stuff. And we'll find that out. So it's pretty cool. Michonne takes this walker out. Rick and Michonne hop the fence. And they get to start the whole, scavenge at the fair. But it's going to be an intense episode with a lot of stuff going down. So Michonne takes stuff from the soldier, and Rick looks at some bullet casings on the ground. He finds that there's some heavy artillery there too, some heavy, gauge bullets that, they had some serious weapons there, and hopefully they're still there because they're going to need them to take them back. Maybe they use them or they give them to the garbage pail kids or whatever. So Rick and Michonne go out into the fair to win some prizes, cash and prizes. But they come across the fair, carnival, whatever, and there's tons of walkers, military walkers, people that were walkers now, whatever. And it gets crazy. Rick has to get into a car at some point, take out some walkers. Stuff hits the fan, some close calls with Rick and Michonne. They're going to die, they're going to live, but they ain't going to die. So what you talking about? So Michonne and Rick pop out this car. I think it's a different car at some point because they get surrounded. They hop on the hood. They jump into the ride where the fence is, and they're safe and sound for a couple seconds. But like I said, it's a bunch of kind of dramatic, scary situations, and this is going to be a huge episode for walkers, which is good because a lot of people will say, where are the damn walkers? We haven't really seen much in Season 7 for walkers. This is where Rick gets a little scary. Rick climbs the Ferris wheel to get a better look at everything, but he ends up falling. And I don't know how bad he injures himself or whatever, but he falls down off of the Ferris wheel. Michonne is scared for him. Michonne is not sure if he's alive or he gets swarmed, but then she gets kind of swarmed by walkers. So it's one of those things where you're like, oh man, Rick's in trouble, Michonne's in trouble, who's going to do this? Like I said, Michonne gets kind of swarmed. It gets close calls for her. Her katana is great, but it can only do so much if you have too many walkers around you. And Rick eventually comes and saves her, saves the day. This is probably when he falls, drops the gun from the Ferris wheel or something. And it's a close call, but Rick and Michonne gotta live, so that's what's gonna happen. After it's all said and done, they get some supplies, they get all their stuff. They're gonna get a lot of good stuff here. I think they get like 60-some guns or something. Rick has his words with Michonne. They have some sexy time. I think they get it on in the gym or on a gym mat or something on there too. But it's gonna be a nice Rick and Michonne episode. Always need some sexy time. Rick and them going through the school, and that'd be kind of cool if that was your school. I don't know if it's abandoned or whatever, but over the summer they filmed it, so no one was probably there. So it'd be awesome if that was actually your school that they used. But Rick and Michonne going out scavenging. So they do find a lot of stuff. Like I said, they find about 60 plus guns that they're going to need to give to the Garbage Pail Kids, which I don't really agree with giving everything to them, but they have to prove themselves to it, because what happens if they just take your damn guns? We'll talk about that in a second, but you're just going to give them all your stuff, and they're like, thanks for the guns, and they turn them on you because they have more people than you. If you just gave them artillery, why wouldn't they just turn it on you and take your shit more? But Rick and Michonne scavenging, they got some nice gear and some packs. They get some good stuff. They get a bunch of meals ready to eat, military-style MREs, and it's kind of cool to see that they get to use some military products, gear, stuff to their benefit, because we're like, where is the military? We don't really see that much, and you think there'd be a presence of them sporadic throughout different areas, and this is part of it. So Rick and Michonne, the Rosita, Tara stuff's going to be in the episode as well. We're going to make another video about their information, but this is the main bulk of Rick and Michonne. Like they said, they go back to the Garbage Pail Kids, I believe with Father Gabriel, to talk to Jadis. And they talk about, they're going to give them the guns. Like I said, I think they had like 63 guns or something. And they decide to give it to them. And Jadis says it's not enough. So you're like, what the fuck? So she wants double. She wants more. She wants 60 some more guns. We get a Judith sighting. Yes, baby Judith will be in this episode. She's very cute. And she's being babysat by Tara. And the other thing is that Rick and Tara have the start of a conversation. It's going to be a cute, I think it's going to be a cute back and forth with Judith and Tara, because she's contemplating, is she going to tell Rick or not? And this is the start of it. Rick finding out from Tara about Oceanside. I don't think she tells it just yet, but it's the start of that. The other nice moment is that Rick tells Michonne about Glenn the first time they met, and Glenn saved his life, but Rick could not save Glenn's life. And it's going to be a nice, touching, sad moment to be referenced to Glenn, because he's a favorite, and it's sad what happened to him, but we all knew it was coming. So there you go, guys. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out our Walking Dead community page on Facebook. All are welcome. Post your comments below what you make of the early spoilers and information. And ready for the episode. As always, thank you for watching, and you guys are awesome.